If I could go back to that version of myself that was standing in the airport in New York preparing for the round trip around the world, there's one thing that I would say. And that is that I'm so proud of that choice. I'm so proud of her. I'm so glad and honored that I made that decision. It wasn't an easy one, if you can imagine being at a crossroads in your life and just saying, well, I'm not sure what's next, but I'm just going to get on some planes and see what happens. I think it took a lot of courage, and I'm really, really glad that I made that decision. Hi, I'm Kalima Fergus Ayele, and I am an international school leader. I'm the CEO and founder of Round Trip Ticket Home, where we support schools and school leadership teams with using design thinking tools in order to create and cultivate cultures of belonging and connection. In this video, I'm reflecting on the trip that I took, which was a round the world ticket that I purchased through the One World Alliance. And I had stops in Spain, India, Vietnam, Singapore, and Japan before returning home to New York. It really was one of those midlife moments. I had recently lost my job as a school leader in New York. The school that I was leading was closed due to a board decision. And so at that moment, I didn't have a job and I wasn't sure what my next steps would be. And so I took a chance. I packed up and my lease ended in a few months. And so I went ahead and put my things in storage and bought a ticket around the world. And I'm so glad that I had that opportunity. It's not many times in our lives where we have moments, whether we choose them or not, in order to pause and reflect and just take stock of what we've achieved and what we've accomplished, but also be able to see what's next. And while I was traveling, I also had an opportunity to visit schools and speak with other school leaders and learn more about the conversations that are happening in global education at international private schools. And so next I will be moving into a role in Morocco that I'm preparing for that transition. And I'm excited to share that journey with you along the way. The reason why I call the company Round Trip Ticket is because I really believe that we're all on our own hero's journey. And it doesn't mean we travel around the world, but it means that in some way we face challenges that transform us. And I think about the story of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, right? A young heroine finds herself in this strange and magical new world, and she does meet some companions, a scarecrow who is looking for intelligence, Tin Man who is looking for heart, and a lion who's looking for courage. And when they finally get to the powerful Wizard of Oz, they find out that he has no real power. And in fact, everything that they were looking for, they had within themselves. And in that way, I think that for many of us, we have the solutions to our own challenges within us. And it's really just a matter of getting the support that we need, finding a community of aligned values, and staying persistent in prototyping and testing our way towards a desired outcome. And that's what design thinking offers, right? I see it as a way of navigating life and its complexity, but also enjoying it along the way. There's so much joy to be had in this world. And I do think just being able to take time to travel and see the world and see how beautiful it is, I got such an appreciation for just being on this planet and for being a human. And I felt that, that was reflected a lot when the astronauts went to the ones that traveled around to the dark side of the moon on Artemis 2, that was the message that they kept sharing. It's like being able to see our world from a different vantage point really offers that perspective of like, yes, we are all one. We are all connected. And all of the lies and deceit that tells us that we are different from each other or that we should hate each other is really just propaganda. And the more we can tune that out and the more we can ignore that, the better off we're going to be. And so I encourage you to write comments. Let me know how this landed with you. I hope you will also share with me what challenges you're taking on. What call to adventure are you answering? Because we're all on this hero's journey together. I'm glad to be on it with you. All right, bye for now. See you next time.